Penrith's reign is over. Their search for a 5th straight premiership is finished, and the dynasty for some people has been declared done and dusted. Penrith were on course to make their 6th straight grand final, and they were in the quest for the 5th straight premiership, but in the end they got chased down by Brisbane at Suncorp Stadium. But I just want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is, when I lived in Australia, tall poppy syndrome was a thing, and I've noticed over the last couple of years with Penrith it's been the same, where you can win a grand final here or there, but don't get too successful because that gets on people's nerves. And I've noticed that with Penrith. When they made that grand final in 2020 against Melbourne, the majority of people online said, "How are you, Penrith? Let's get it done. Go Penrith, blah, 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 blah." They lost that grand final the next year. They won the premiership against South in 2021. And the majority of people online were, "Yeah, good on you, Penrith, blah, blah, blah. Well done." When I got to 2022, 2023, okay, Penrith, stop it. Stop winning. We're starting to get agitated. When I got to this year, after they'd won 4 in a row, "Oh, we can't be having that. They're too successful now. We have to stop this. No more winning for Penrith." And then obviously when Penrith got knocked out the other day, there was all these comments on Instagram and Facebook going, "Australia wins, Penrith loses." or "The universe has won, Penrith is finally out of the NRL final series." And I just think, just a couple of years prior, everyone was kind of okay with Penrith winning. Now they've won too much. It kind of reminds me of, because I watch AFL, I know it's a rugby league channel, but I'll just briefly say I support Richmond in the AFL. And when they've won their first premiership in over 30 years, everyone was kind of going, "Yeah, go Richmond." By the time I got to 2020, people were going, "Fuck this Richmond team. We're fucking sick of them winning all the time. Stop winning." But anyway, just back to Penrith now. I just want to say thank you to Penrith, because if it weren't for Penrith, I can say safely, without a shadow of a doubt, Melbourne would have a lot more premierships than what they do if it weren't for Penrith. Melbourne would have won in 2021. There's absolutely no fucking question about that in my mind. They would have won in 2021. 2022, Penrith were good that year. They probably would have won that premiership. 2023, however, I think if Penrith didn't exist or they weren't in the finals, then Melbourne would have won in 2023, and they definitely would have won last year in 24. So thank you, Penrith. For myself personally, rugby league history, thank you for stopping Melbourne from winning so many premierships. I don't hate Penrith like a lot of other people do. I've got nothing against them, but I just want to say thank you for this dynasty. You stopped Melbourne from winning premierships, and that's all I care about.